Macmillan Audio presents The Story Seeker by Kristen O'Donnell Tubb. Read for you by Brittany Pressley. Chapter 1. Medicine. Dewey Decimal 610. See also, health, diseases. What's the value of a story? Certainly, you can look at the price tagged to a book, see how many dollars it takes to add that book to your collection. But surely a story has far more worth than that. Perhaps a story's value should be measured in pleasantries, not pennies. Knowledge, not nickels. Delights, not dollars. A story's value isn't determined by money, but moments. Moments that take your breath away, that make you giggle, that make you cry. Does a story overwhelm you with grief, flood you with joy, or fill you with dread? Dread. Sorry to begin our tale with such gloom and doom, dear friend, but dread is exactly where this story begins. Viviani Fedeler sprawled across her quilted bed, clicking her fountain pen against her teeth, pondering her sprawled-open captain's log. She refused to call it a diary, thank you, even if that's exactly the purpose it served. Viviani's bedroom looked like any other kid's bedroom in the whole of New York City. Messy dresser drawers, peeling wallpaper, discarded candy wrappers, piles of clothes. It was all very normal indeed. Oh, except that Viviani's bedroom was part of an 8-room apartment on the second story of the New York Public Library. Yep, the famous one, with the lions out front. She tapped her pen nib against the paper to start the flow of ink. February 21st, 1929, she wrote inside her captain's log. Dear friend, things that are worse than going to the doctor's office. Getting mauled by a tiger. Probably. Subway rats with red eyes that hiss at you. Tight knickers. Strike that. Going to the doctor is worse. That's it. Everything else awful involves going to the doctor. Viv, let's go! Viviani groaned at the sound of her mother's voice and rolled off her bed. Maybe she could hide in the large book return bin on the main floor. Sure, it had hurt, getting pelted with all those books sliding through the return slot, but it couldn't hurt more than getting a shot. She hated needles. Needles were the worst. She plodded into the living room, where her older brothers, John Jr. and Edward, were waiting with Mama. Mama pulled a woolen cloche hat over Viviani's ears. She tugged the knot of Edward's scarf tighter, so tight he pretended to wheeze. Mama smiled and turned her attention to John Jr., the eldest of the Fedeler kids. Wet hair? She asked with a smile, cocking an eyebrow. In this weather? I'll be fine. John Jr. pounded on his chest. Healthy as an ox. I'm looking forward to the doc telling me what a fine specimen of a human I am, unlike these two. He jerked his thumb at Viviani and Edward. I'm certain they'll have to stay behind for further medical testing. Testing. Just the word made Viviani's mouth sour. Why is every form of the word test so positively awful? Mama stood on tiptoe to cram a knitted woolen cap on John Jr.'s head. You won't be as healthy as an ox when you catch pneumonia. John scowled. Aw, Ma! Mama clucked him silent. It might be almost spring, but it's still chilly. Come on, let's get to Dr. Monroe's office. The 4 Fedelers, Mama, John Jr., Edward, and Viviani, walked out of their cozy apartment, through the empty marble corridors of the New York Public Library, and down the winding staircase. Morning, Mr. Green! Viviani shouted to the custodian mopping in Astor Hall. Those floors look clean enough to eat off.
Don't you dare eat off my floors,
Mr. Green grumbled, mop sloshing. Viviani chuckled, despite her nerves.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?